I've been buying style art patterns again. Do you want to see what I've bought? I realised that I haven't showed you an update on my style art pattern purchases since about April, so I thought it's about time I did a video and showed you my little haul that I've got. So these purchases were made between May and the middle of June, where we are now. So let's have a look and see what I've got. I'll start off with the tops. This pattern is a really nice pattern that I've been wanting for absolutely ages. So I think there's a 20% off sale or something. So I went a little bit wild and did put this into my basket. It's the Harmony top, and as you can see, it's a round necked top with a little button closure at the back. But the sleeves are really the focal point of this top. They've got a double frill and it's a short sleeve. So as you can see, the lady on here is wearing her top, and I just think the overall design is just really lovely with the round neck and the sleeve treatment. So yeah, that was my first pattern. I also bought another shirt. It's the Marley woven shirt. It's a really simple kind of shirt. It's got a really nice deep hem though, with side splits, and a really nice sleeve, again with a deep hem. I just like the overall boxy effect of this shirt. It's got buttons down the front and a collar. I think it's got a stand as well. But I really quite liked this pattern because I could see me wearing it over a dress or a nice pair of trousers, just opened like a jacket. And I think you could quite easily make this in a nice linen. Two new patterns now. They're both top patterns, and of course they're both from Style Arc. The first one is this Saskia cardigan. Now, I'm an absolute sucker for cardigan pattern. I'm always looking for the perfect cardigan pattern for me, and this ticks a lot of the boxes. It's made in Jersey, obviously. It's a round neck with buttons down the front, and it has a nice hem and a nice hem at the sleeve. Nothing fancy about it, it's just a normal straightforward cardigan. It's got the long sleeve, as you can see, but I think you can make that sleeve 3/4 length or even a shorter length as well. And it's a nice little cover up. You can see the lady here is wearing it with a pair of trousers, and the lady here is wearing it with a nice full skirt. And I think it's a type of cardigan that just fits my aesthetic nicely, and it's something that I will make and wear a lot. Now my next pattern is again a new pattern from Style Arc, and it is the free pattern for June 2024. It's the Farah bodysuit. Now, we haven't seen bodysuits for a long time. I wore them in the 80s, I think. And this pattern is full of variations. There's 4 necks altogether. I think there's a turtleneck, a round neck, a V-neck and a boat neck. And it also has 3 sleeves. It's got a long sleeve that you can see here, a short sleeve, and it's sleeveless. And as you can see, like I said, it's a bodysuit. So it does pop under the crotch here. Now, I bought this because there's another pattern company who's released a pattern which is very, very similar to one of their previous patterns. The only difference being the mock neck. And I had the idea that if I bought this bodysuit pattern, well, actually it was free, so I didn't have to buy it at all. I just popped it to my basket along with another purchase. I could trace off the neckline and use the mock neck piece to transfer onto my other tops that I might make. So I'm making myself a mock neck top anyway. So yeah, that was a free pattern that I put into my basket, and I've had this month. I think Style Arc are really coming round to the idea of putting lots and lots of variations in their patterns as well. So you do get a lot more for your money. My final top purchase was inspired by Kettlewell colours, so thank you very much Kettlewell for giving me the idea. I saw a photograph on their Instagram of a wrap top over a tank dress, and I really liked it. So off I went to the Style Arc website and found this pattern. It's the Abbey Cardi. Now, it's an old pattern, you can tell because it's literally got one sheet of instructions which are very sparse, and they are there. But it's quite a straightforward top in the fact that it just has 3 pieces, I believe. It has the back, the front and the sleeves. So, and the front has a waterfall effect at the front, which you can also tie. So I bought this with the idea of making myself a cardigan in a contrast colour to my navy Kim knit dress that I made recently, and wearing over the top of that, like the Kettlewell Colours Instagram post had. So yeah, I'm really keen to make that top for myself. You may have noticed on the Style Art website that the pattern for the Bob pants is 5 years old this month, and he's having a bit of a party and inviting some of his friends. So Bob, I think, was 20% off when I bought this. So I haven't got it in my collection, so I bought it. It's very, very popular with sewists. It's got a barrel-shaped leg and pockets and a really easy elasticated waist. It's really, really straightforward, and a lot of people wear these trousers and find them very comfortable. I'm not entirely sure whether Bob is sort of fits in with my aesthetic or not, but as there was 20% off and it was his birthday, I bought the pattern anyway. I also bought Bob's brother, cousin, or whatever you might like to call him, Barry. You can see that Barry has a very similar shape to Bob in the fact that he has, or the pattern has, an elasticated waistband and pockets and this shaped kind of banana style leg. They really are designed to be kind of above the ankle as well. There are similarities between the two patterns, but there are differences. Now, I'm not sure whether Barry and Bob suit my aesthetic, but you know, it was Bob's birthday, so I couldn't really say no to buying the patterns. A couple of dresses that I also bought. When I looked at making a dress in kind of an afternoon, I bought the Maxine dress, and I also bought the Jacinta dress, which is this dress here. Now, it is a maxi dress, which I was looking for. It's nice long, it's nicely shaped, and it looks like it had a nice bias cut. You can either have short sleeves or sleeveless, as here, but it has a V-neck, and I think this would look really lovely in a nice light jersey for summer. Like I've mentioned before, the midi length is really on trend at the moment, and I'm finding I'm reaching for midi skirts, midi dresses an awful lot. Now, I've just mentioned the Maxine dress, and this is it. It looks like a very, very simple dress, doesn't it? It's got a V-neck, as you can see here, around the back, and just an extended shoulder to give a kind of a grown-on cap sleeve. And it's either a shorter knee length or a midi dress. Now, I bought this pattern originally because I wanted to make a quick dress for myself. I wanted to make it in navy cotton lycra. I actually did piece the pattern together and made measurement adjustments myself because this pattern is only one size. It's not a multi-size pattern. But then I decided that I'd make myself the Kim dress instead, and you can actually see the Kim dress in this video here, which I'm really pleased with. But I've still got the Maxine all pieced together, stuck together and trimmed up and size adjusted for myself. So I really should look at making that to see if I like it or not. It's very simple, like I said, it shouldn't take much time to do, and yeah, I think that'll be a really nice little dress to wear. While I was looking at dresses, I like the idea of a quick, simple pull-on stretch dress. So I also bought the Sia knit dress. This is a shorter version of the Maxine really, but it's got a V-neck and I think it's got a V-back as well. It's here, as you can see, it's got fake pockets and a centre seam. Now this is really, again, an easy dress. I can imagine this being made up in an afternoon, possibly completely made up in a day if you add in the sticking together of the PDF and the cutting out of the dress. I had a vision of this dress being made in a nice fuchsia stretch linen. I haven't printed the pattern at all yet, but that's really something that I'd like to do before the summer is over. A couple of dresses are dresses that I usually wouldn't have gone for at all, but there are reasons why I bought them. The first one is another fairly new pattern from Stylark. It's the Zalia woven dress. Now, as you can see, I mean, I've been seeing these all over social media, on Instagram and on Facebook in the Stylark group that I'm a member of. This pattern is either a dress or a top. It has the balloon sleeves, which are really popular at the moment, and it has either a round or a V-necked front there with a tab at the back. Again, it's not entirely, my aesthetic, because this sleeve is probably a bit too big for me. I'm only 5'2", I'm quite short and small, and I think this kind of sleeve would overwhelm me, to be perfectly honest. So I haven't made it up, but the Zalia was part of Bob's 5th birthday promotion for June. So I did buy it while it had, I think it was about 20 or 30% off. So I popped that into my basket and bought that one. These two dresses are, in fact, they were the bonus patterns. This share dress was a bonus pattern for last month in May, along with the Bonnie woven top, which I have already, so I didn't buy it. It's a really nice cocoon dress. It's made for stretch fabrics, and it's got a very, very pronounced drop shoulder and sort of grown on neck with a seam across the middle, so it looks like you could almost be wearing a top and a skirt. If I was to make this for myself, I would size down because I don't think a massively oversized dress is, again, for my body type. I think it'd make me look like I was wearing my mum's clothes. So I would make this, but I would size down considerably. And another bonus pattern that I got, this time it's for this month in June, it's a summer cover-up. I had been eyeing this up as part of the Stylark travel wardrobe, and I really thought it was a great idea to pop over your bikinis or your swimsuit when you're on holiday. Now, I've been for my hot summer holiday this year, and to be honest, I didn't take a swimsuit with me and I didn't need a cover up, but I could have really done with this last week when we were in the caravan for just popping over my kind of PJs in the morning in the caravan. So it's a nice long or shorter cover up, and it's almost like taking your dressing gown on holiday with you, but it's a cover up rather than a robe. So yeah, that's another free pattern, or the bonus pattern for June. So that went into my basket. Final two patterns, we're nearly there. The first one I bought was the Tracy Trench, which is here. My mum, she's 90 next month, and she's no longer able to sew. So I was kind of hoping I could dig around and have a look at her raincoat fabrics, and I know she's got some of them stashed away. So the next time I'm over, I'm going to have a bit of a root around in her fabric stash to find something to make this pattern in. So it's a Tracy Trench, which is there. And a re-released pattern from Stylark, it's the Stella coat. Now, I don't remember seeing the original pattern, but I do believe it was shorter, and Stylark have redesigned this to make it into a nice long coat. So again, I bought this immediately that I saw it being re-released because I really like the panel back. I love the way that it crosses over and ties with the belt. I love the silhouette. I also love the collar, and I've got suiting fabric. In fact, it's wool. I've got quite a few lengths of suiting fabric, and I really do need a nice winter coat, and I can see be making this pattern up in the nice suitings that I've got. And of course this coat is lined as well. It will be a project that needs a lot of time and patience put into it, but I think Stella really deserves that. That's a massive pattern haul, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, let me know which your favourite is, and until next time, happy sewing. Bye bye.